Hi, it's Jay, back with another video. Today is a video that's kind of a VR to two different things. So number one, it's a response to Amanda Myshadow's recent video called Decks and Nail Polish Pairings, where she combines like tarot and aesthetic. And the second thing that my video is kind of touching on is a response to Candy Soul and Soil's hashtag collections meet decks, which was a big hashtag going around. I think it was about a year ago. As a longtime Tarot Tube viewer, I had watched go by and wanted to participate, and you know, I'm doing it now. So the first collection / pairing that I'm going to be talking about is with the Zoomies Tarot. So this is a deck that I had discovered through Crystal Chronicles, I think. I'm pretty sure that she was the first place that I saw this deck. And this one is just so fun and lighthearted, and it's a little bit odd. I think that the illustrations are like sometimes strange, sometimes funny, and the quotes that you have on them, like sometimes they're sour, sometimes they're sweet, where they're just like a little bit weird. Yes, confetti, no regretty. Like you wouldn't find that in normal tarot deck, but they're here, and in this world they fit in, and I love it for that. So the things that I am going to match with this deck, number one is a nail polish from Cleona Cosmetics, and it's called Chrome Bob. And I picked this polish because it's just such a strange color. Like it's supposed to be kind of SpongeBob related, I think. And so it's supposed to be kind of yellow. I think that it reads more as green to me, but it's got these holographic shifty pigments. And I just think that it kind of complements like the little bit strange experience that you have when you read with this Zoomies Tarot. Secondarily, the perfume that I'm going to pair with this deck is Nocturne Alchemy's Raspberry Zinger. So the notes for this perfume are California raspberry essence, raspberry syrup, California coconut, buttercream, cake accord, and delicious accord. So this perfume, it's like a sweet baked dessert, almost like a raspberry Danish. But the zinger part of it is just, it gives you like this little edge. And so I feel like it matches the feeling of this deck. Okay. My second pairing is one of my most beloved decks, which is the Playful Heart Tarot. This is one of the only decks that I have multiple copies of. So this is the first edition. And the reason that I have multiple editions is because this one has the expansion pack. And so I really love the expansion cards. I'm hoping that some point in the future, Zara from Kitten Chops will make an Oracle deck. I will be first in line to purchase it. And so what I chose to pair with this deck, let me get to a card that I feel like really matches. So some of the cards that I picked out that kind of represent where I was headed with my thought process here. The Lurid Lacquer Swapping Barbie Heads and Bodies is such a pretty kind of sheer neon pink with a purple shifty shimmer. And when I think about this card with the like little lounger that she's on, and then like the bright pink bathing suit and the different streams going down, like I just think that this matches so perfectly. And for perfume, I picked Astrid Perfume's Fruit Loop Marshmallow Treats. Like what's more childhood than a Fruit Loop version of a Rice Krispie treat? So this smells exactly like what it says on the tin. It's a perfect Fruit Loop marshmallow perfume, and I feel like out of all of the pairings, like if you had to distill one of these pairings down to my personality, it's this combination. I love it. My next pairing is with the Shimmering Veil Tarot, and this deck is so ethereal and up in the air, and then it comes crashing down and is grounded. And so for this pairing, specifically for some of the cards that I picked out that are a little bit more in the abstract vein and less of like the people-y things that you can like tell what's going on. But for this pairing, I picked the Mooncat Ghost of Hecate. And this is one of my most favorite nail polishes of all time. It's a white base. It's pearlescent with like blue and purple shifting, and then these white shimmers, or like silver shimmers. And I just thought with the side gilding, holographic silver gilding, and just the vibe of some of the more like ethereal abstract cards, it matched really well. And then the perfume that I thought matched is Nui Cobalt Designs Starlight and Spider Silk. And the notes for this perfume are slender strands of cotton flower hung with trembling dewdrops, cold chrysalis musk, and tiny black vanilla beans. This perfume, it's exactly what the name suggests. It's like tiny little dewdrops sitting on a spider's web. And I think that the description that they gave was so perfect for it and embodies the perfume so well that I can't really like make it sound any better than what you would already know just from hearing that. So I think that this combination is just like all together super ethereal and sparkly and mystical. The next deck that I'm going to pair with my collections is the Goblins and Gardens Tarot. And for this deck, I love the super specific collage. Like, if you try to actually do collage, you realize how difficult it is to like cut out things that fit around each other in the way that Goblins Gardens does. And I really enjoy these vintage, I think it's from the 70s, cutouts from the garden magazines. So the thing that stands out to me the most in this deck is the like very bountiful fruit and vegetable images, and a lot of them are in the coins suit, but the number one card that I feel like speaks to that is this 3 of coins and the tomatoes. And for that reason, I picked Cirque Colors Poppy Jelly, because I feel like this jelly transparent color of like tomato really matches this deck well. And I used to have a perfume that would be so spot on. The perfume that I would have chosen if I still had it was called Insalata Nocturna from the House of Gloy. The notes are: in the night garden, green Bolivian lemon, rubbed tomato leaf, black fig syrup, and basil. And so all of those notes really match this deck, but specifically the tomato and basil being part of that perfume, I just feel like what could be better for this deck? For Folkloric Forest, I wanted to pick something that really spoke to those deep greens, earthiness, and so the nail polish that I picked to match this tarot deck is Mooncat Access Denied. And this is like a super dark green with green shimmers. And the perfume that I would match to this is another one that I don't have any longer. It was Astrid Perfumes Running Away to Live in the Woods, with notes of soft wood, patchouli, a whisper of smoke, vanilla, fir, juniper, fallen leaves, clove, amber, and cinnamon. And if I still had that perfume, I think that it would make a perfect pairing with this. I do tend to like sample earthy perfumes or things that have more woody or smoky notes and then get rid of them because I don't really wear them. And I like to try them and then move them along to other people who will actually wear them. Okay, I have two more. The second to last is my Thoth deck. And before I got into Thoth, I just felt like it was a little bit like, I don't know, it needed a freshening up. And I think that with the revival of people being interested in the greenies, it's really done that. And so for that reason, I feel like this fresh green that I have on today, the Kitty Wake Me Up Before You Go, is a perfect match to the edging that I did and the color of the bag. Now, I struggled picking a perfume that I thought would match Thoth. And I think that's because I really want to bring that like fresher, lighter perspective to Thoth when it can be like a little bit heavy. And so the perfume that I picked to match is Diptyque's Oyedo. The notes are yuzu, green tangerine, thyme, raspberry. This perfume, the yuzu and the green tangerine really come out at you at the beginning. And then the longer that you wear it, you get a little bit of hints of those thyme and raspberry. But as untraditional as it seems, I feel like that's what Thoth needs to be like brought into our time. Oyedo kind of does something different than what you would expect and brings a little bit more into the current, into the now. My final pairing is with the Daydreaming and Situ Tarot. And I've mentioned this deck before, how much I love the art history references, the different style of collaging. I really love the, I forget what you call it, but whatever method it is to make these backs. Anyways, down to the font that Annie chose, the black borders with the white border on the inside, like every design choice that Annie made, I loved in this deck. And I just feel like it's such a cool girl deck. Like, I'm not this cool, and the deck gives me a little bit of that coolness. And so I picked two pairings that I feel like match how cool this deck is. The nail polish is Haunted Polish, the Wilting Rose, and it's this deep plummy base, transparent plummy base with a greeny blue shifty shimmer. And then the perfume that I picked to match is Arquiste Indigo Smoke, and this is notes of tea, vetiver, bergamot, mandarin orange, apricot, guaiac wood, cassia bourbon, carrot seeds, and incense, matte pine tar, and cedar leaves. I got this sample because it reminded me of an old church, but a little bit more wearable than just like straight up frankincense and myrrh. And I just feel like it has such a cool vibe to it. It's smoky, but not in your face about it. I think it's from the tea that it kind of like grounds it. And I think that it matches Daydreaming and Situ really well. So there you have it. Those are my 7 picks for things in my nail polish and perfume collection that match my tarot decks. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Signing out.